Hello, welcome to Old Nerd Fills Holes in his comic collection. I'm still putting together my collection, my forever collection, and there's still some gaps and holes in some of my collections and some of the stuff that I'm looking for. And today we're gonna take a look at a couple of the things that I plugged those holes with. I will start with Nexus, Alien Justice, 3-issue series from '92, I think, Dark Horse Comics. Written by Mike Baron with art by Steve Rude. If you remember a few videos back, I shopped Steve Rude's, what was it, Black Friday sale? He had a Black Friday sale, I think it was. I can't remember, but he had a bunch of stuff, and I grabbed a bunch of stuff off his website. And I just love Steve Rude's art. He's so fantastic. But this is a 3-issue series. It came out in early 90s through Dark Horse Comics. And this just a mini series. Nexus goes back to Dave's home planet, and there's some pollution problems, I think, from a factory, and of course it gets cosmic at some point. But look at Steve Rude's artwork; it's so good. He is such a good artist. He was inspired a lot by the old '60s Hanna-Barbera stuff. Like Space Ghost, the Herculoids. That was the inspiration for his style. Love him. I absolutely love him. And Mike Baron is a fantastic writer to boot. Now here's one that probably not many people have heard of: Captain Gravity and the Power of the Vril. This is a 6-issue series. I had number 2. I'd come across number 2 in a random collection I picked up a long time ago, and I read it, and I was like, holy cow, this is really good. Well, I got to get the rest of this. And this seller who had all these, he had the whole set. I got this all from one seller on eBay, but he had the whole set of Captain Vril, all six issues, put out by Penny Farthing Press. This came out in the early 90s. Or did it come out in the early 2000s? Yeah, 2005. I'm sorry. This came out in 2005. But look at this artwork. Sal Velluto artwork. He's incredible. And it just so happens, it looks like the first issue, I'm pretty sure that's Sal Velluto's autograph on the cover of the first issue, which is super cool. I don't remember seeing that in the listing for the auction. So that was kind of a bonus surprise. I love it when you find an autograph when you're at a comic shop or at a comic convention. You're digging through the long boxes, you pull out something you want, you get it home, you open it, and you're like, oh my God, this is signed by the writer or the artist. And that happens quite frequently, more frequently than you'd think, actually. I think Papa Rick just had a video not too long ago where he bought some comics that were signed. So that was really neat. I couldn't tell what it was. It's what that said, but through the process of elimination, I'm pretty sure that's Sal Velluto. But anyway, this series is basically a ripoff of The Rocketeer, Dave Stevens comic, and the Disney movie from the 90s, The Rocketeer. It's a Hollywood actor, and he's a black man, which is kind of cool. He's a black man. He plays this Captain Gravity character, but he gets roped into these adventures. And this takes place in 1947. And the power of the Vril. The Vril was like an ancient mythical power that the Nazis were trying to find so that they could take over the world. And lots of great stories have been made of it over the years, and this is one of them. This is one of them. Look at this design, this Art Deco style design for the inside front cover with the credits, and then you have Sal Velluto's artwork, which is really, really great. And it's just a noir adventure fighting the Nazis during World War II story. And I'm really looking forward to finally reading that after I only had issue 2 to read. And this, Silverheels. This is a graphic novel by Eclipse Comics. Very, very popular in the 80s, an indie publisher in the 80s, very popular. Lots of cool stuff came through them. I'm a recent discoverer of Eclipse Comics. I always knew of their existence, but never really bothered reading them or checking them out until just a few years ago, and discovering that they published a lot of really good comics. Silver Heels was a miniseries that Eclipse published, and they only got 3 issues of it out. And the story wasn't completed in the miniseries, but it was completed when they published this graphic novel. So this graphic novel contains the 3 issues of the comics that were published, plus the end of the story. And this is just a cool future sci-fi type story about a Native American. He joins basically the space army, and goes off into space and has an adventure, a mythic adventure where he fights aliens and corruption, and it's good stuff. It's very good stuff. This is another amazing artist, Scott Hampton, and another amazing writer, Bruce Jones. Bruce Jones is one of the greatest adventure story writers of modern comics. Scott Hampton didn't do a lot of work, but the little bit of work that he did is real good. His artwork is real good. I would buy this just for the artwork alone. But you've got Bruce Jones writing it, so you know it's going to be good, because Bruce Jones is excellent. He wrote a lot of stuff for indie comics back in the day. He did a run on Incredible Hulk for Marvel, I don't know, about 20 years ago. But he did a lot of adventure, horror, a lot of anthology type stuff. But excellent writer, Scott Hampton, excellent artist. So yeah, I finally got these, and these will fill a couple holes in my collection. If you know anything about them, if you have any comments, put it down below the video. Otherwise, like, share, and subscribe, please. And thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.